Clerk can take the roll.
Commissioner Brassad.
Here.
Commissioner Reinert.
I am here.
Commissioner Schulte.
Here.
Commissioner Look.
Here.
Commissioner Gamache.
Here.
Commissioner Jepson.
Here.
Commissioner Meisner.
Here.
Okay, all present and accounted for. We'll move on to item number 4, which is tax claims and abatements. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Brassad, second by Commissioner Schulte. Roll call vote.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously. Under item 5, we'll consider accepting the regular claims paid over $500 and purchase card claims paid for the period ending October 20th, 2023. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Jepson, second by Commissioner Schulte. Roll call vote.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
And that too passes unanimously. We'll move on to item 6, which is approval of minutes for the October 24th, 2023 County Board meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Jepson,
Second.
second by Commissioner Gamache. Any additions, subtractions, changes? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And those meeting minutes are adopted unanimously. Under Chair's remarks, just a quick note that while the agenda indicates only one Chair's remarks item today, I do in fact have 2 to share with everyone. The first is consider a resolution proclaiming the month of November as Adoption Awareness Month in Anoka County. I'll turn the floor over to Commissioner Meisner to tell us a little more and introduce our guests. Commissioner Meisner.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Chair. It is my honor to introduce this, both professionally as a member of the Human Services Committee and personally as someone who has adoption as part of their family for 2 generations. So nationally, there are over 113 children waiting to be adopted. In the state of Minnesota, last year in 2022, there were over 1,000 that were adopted in the state. And today, there are over 522 kids still waiting to be adopted. So I do want to make point of what is National Adoption Day, which this year is this Saturday, November 18th. This is something I think that we've done, I think just traditionally for a very long time. I normally don't speak on behalf of anyone except myself, but I do feel very confident that I can speak on behalf of the whole board. National Adoption Day, which we've all experienced except for Commissioner Jepson, who will be able to do that this year. It is really one of the highlights, I think, as a board member, and very moving. So with further ado, I welcome Jess Van Dyke and Jill Davis to come up and actually talk more about their work and National Adoption Awareness Month.
Good morning, County Board Chair and Commissioners. Thank you for having us today. As Manny said, my name is Jess Van Dyke, and this is Jill Davis. I manage our Children and Family Services area.
And I'm the supervisor of the permanency
Yes,
unit.
thank you. National Adoption Day has helped more than 75,000 children move from foster care to a forever family. On average, 135,000 children are adopted in the United States each year, and approximately 59% of those children are from the child welfare foster care system. I should mention, Anoka County has recognized and celebrated this month since 2009. Our goal is to increase community awareness and draw attention and support for children who are in the foster care system who are waiting for a permanent, loving family to call home. One of the pathways to adoption is through the child protection system. Am I on the right page? No. See, I can't multitask. Thank you. One of the pathways to adoption is through the child protection system. Once a child protection report is screened in for an assessment, a social worker is assigned to address child safety and risk. Safety planning and reasonable and exhaustive efforts are provided to keep the children home whenever possible. If a child is removed from their caregiver, services are provided to return the child as soon as possible. If it is determined that a child cannot safely return home, the court establishes permanency for the child by either a transfer of physical and legal custody to a non-custodial parent or a relative, or by a termination of parental rights. When there is a termination of parental rights, children become wards of the state, and adoption is the next step towards achieving permanency. Currently, Anoka County has 124 licensed foster homes. 71 of those homes are what we call open program homes, and 53 of those homes are kinship foster homes. We also have 99 homes that are going through the licensing process, and that's either open program or kinship. This year, we have had 32 children so far that have had finalized adoptions, and currently there are 30 children who are wards of the state, and 23 live with the families that will be adopting them. There are 7 children without an identified adoptive family. Anoka County is in need of homes for children of all ages. A majority of the time, children enter foster care by themselves or with one other sibling. However, when we have kids that enter foster care that are a sibling group of 3 or more, those kids it's really challenging to find homes for those kids. We also have a need for our older youth, ages 8 to 17.
Although November is a month recognized for adoptions, we celebrate all adoptions that happen throughout the year. The 3 children in the adoption picture are ages 7, 5, and 4. The children have been in foster care a few different times in at least 2 metro counties. The children have experienced significant neglect and instability. The oldest child had been in foster care for over 1,000 days. The adoptive parents have known these children close to 4 years and have become kinship due to being the most consistent caregivers in the lives of these children, and were able to be the caregivers when reunification efforts with the parents were unsuccessful. In October of last year, parental rights were terminated and the adoption process began. The adoptive parents have no birth children and were very excited to officially expand their family. The adoption took place a few weeks ago, and this was kind of a fun one, not that they're not all fun, but this was a fun one. The adoptive mom planned a surprise for the children and the dad, and the adoptive dad's parents were flown in from Guatemala and were able to be present for the hearing. In addition, adoptive dad's sisters were able to be part of the adoption hearing via video. It was truly a happy day for everyone, despite the previous sadness of the journey that were experienced by the children. Also, the whole family will be visiting Guatemala this month due to the assistance of our adoption worker, Nancy Lee, who's right back there. And she helped the family get passports for the children with their new name. This month, we are recognizing that every child deserves a home and love. We honor the many families that have been created through adoption in Anoka County, and we take time to reflect and celebrate our connections with one another. This year, 6 children will be adopted into 5 families, and 3 of the families growing through adoption are relatives of the children. And as Commissioner Meisner mentioned, the celebration will be this Saturday, November 18th. People interested in being a foster parent and or adopting through Anoka County can connect with us in a variety of ways. Through our Anoka County website, the Anoka County Foster Care, Department of Human Services website, and MinAdopt, which is now called Foster Adopt Minnesota. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Commissioner Meisner, and thank you both Jess and Jill for the amazing work you do and the amazing work your entire team does day in and day out. Anoka County believes every child deserves a family, and this board is honored to support the important event on Saturday and recognize November as Adoption Awareness Month. And at this time, I'd like to ask my fellow commissioners to please join me in supporting Resolution 2023-124, proclaiming November 2023 as Adoption Awareness Month in Anoka County. I'd like to offer that resolution. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That resolution is adopted. So thank you very much for your excellent work. Okay, our second item this morning is recognition of public health for receiving the 2023 Neighborhood Health Source Builder Award. I'll turn the floor over to Commissioner Reinert, Chair of the Human Services Committee, to tell us more.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm honored as Chair of Human Services to provide some background on this recognition to Anoka County's Public Health and Environmental Services Department, which has been selected to receive the 2023 Organizational Neighborhood Health Source Builder Award. The Neighborhood Health Source Builder Award is the most public and prestigious way that NHS honors a partner organization that has helped shape the way they deliver care. The purpose of the award is to recognize partnerships that support their mission to improve healthcare access and quality for patients. Award criteria includes making substantial contributions of time and resources, improvements in healthcare access and services, and showing above and beyond dedication to the NHS mission. The award was presented to the department at the Rise, Shine, and Give event in October. At this time, I'd like to introduce our special guest, the one and only, Janelle Hubbard, our Public Health Director, to tell us more.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and members of the committee. I'm Janelle Hubbard, Public Health and Environmental Services Director. It's a pleasure to be here this morning to recognize the exceptional work of our department, highlighting the disease prevention and control area. I just want to take a minute to recognize them this morning. So I have our Senior Public Health Nurse Manager, Nicole Spitzer, and Susan Perkins, who is our Supervisor of Disease Prevention and Control and Emergency Preparedness, and all the staff. If you can please just stand up. Thank you. So it's an honor to work with these individuals. They are exceptional, they are member-centered, and they take really good care of the individuals who are needing health support in our community. We were just talking about a few individual stories of just the exceptional work, and want to recognize that as a public health department, we can't do this work alone. So having really strong partners like Neighborhood Health Source is just a gift. Their dedication to the service, they're willing to collaborate with us, and the ongoing really kind of innovations that we're trying to figure out to try to serve the increase in numbers of residents that are needing our health support is just really important. And I'm just so grateful that we have such a close partner, and just kudos to the team, right? These individuals, these staff members, they just don't check out at 4:30, right? They're thinking about clients, they're strategizing, and they are working whenever is needed to make sure these individuals have the care, medications, and so forth needed. So just celebrating them today, and thank you so much again for your recognition as a board. It's really important for us to hear that, feel that, and so thank you.
Thank you, Janelle, for the great work that your department's doing, and congratulations to you and the team on this award. Our mission statement is to be innovative, and I think this is proof of that, and the award is for that innovation. So thank you very much for all the great work you and your team are doing. Thank you. Okay, we will move on to committee reports, and the first committee report is the Management Committee. And just get to it here. Using a different computer here. I'm not sure if you're able to pull that one up. Okay. Thank you for that, Commissioner Schulte. So for the Management Committee, we have a chair's report here, and it's a restructure fill for Administration Medical Examiner Office effective November 20th, 2023. Vacancy due to resignation effective November 17, 2023. We're going from a 1 FTE medical transcriptionist, grade 24, range 1904 to 2476 per hour, to a one-time full-time FTE administrative assistant, grade 28, range 2308 to 3116 per hour. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
There's a motion by Commissioner Schulte. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Brasted. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry? Okay, let's do a roll call vote on that one.
Commissioner Look,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson,
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner,
Aye.
Commissioner Brasted,
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously. And that concludes the Management Committee report. We will go on to the Transportation Committee report, and Commissioner Brasted.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Our Transportation Committee met on Thursday, October 26th. There was no public comment, but we have 4 action items for you today. The first is that the committee recommends approval of resolution authorizing Anoka County to enter into an agreement with MnDOT for the update of the Anoka County Road Safety Plan. And we have Joe McPherson here with us to tell us about this plan.
Thank you, Commissioner. Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the board. My name is Joe McPherson. I'm the Chief Officer of Transportation and County Engineer. So this item actually relates back to the first county road safety plan we had from about 2013. We worked with state aid at the time, and all 87 counties went through the operation of putting together a county road safety plan that addressed county road safety issues, whether it's sharp curves, there's intersection problems, pedestrian crossing issues or concerns. And at that time, they put together a plan full of options and improvement opportunities that we could initiate when funding became available or our program dictated that. And so that's 10 years old now. We're at the point now where it's time to update that plan and integrate new concerns that the communities may have or we have. So this agreement that's before you today is just spelling out the cost share agreement on this. Fortunately, Highway Safety Improvement Program funding was set aside to cover a majority of the cost. However, we are including some additional work on this, so the county is going to have a slight cost share responsibility, and that is in relation to some of the federal fund grant opportunities that are out there today. Many of them call out specific requirements within our county road safety plan or a transportation safety plan that we're going to integrate into this program. So that's another reason for our cost share in this program.
Okay, is there an offer of the resolution?
I'll offer the resolution.
Resolution's been offered by Commissioner Jepson. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye. And that passes unanimously. Item 2.
The committee recommends approval of a resolution authorizing the county engineer to acquire the property identified as PID number 353122430003 in the city of Lino Lakes. Joe.
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner. Members of the board. So as you can see on the screen here, this property is located along the east side of Interstate 35E, just north of County Road J. So it's in the far southeast corner of Anoka County. We're currently working on a collaborative project with Ramsey County, the city of Lino Lakes, and North Oaks to improve the interchange that exists at that intersection. As you can tell from the image, there's no northbound on-ramp for 35E, and there's no southbound off-ramp for 35E. The proposed project would include that. With that, we would need to acquire a portion of the parcel that's circled in red as part of that project. The landowner has reached out to us, and they are a willing seller. And so like many times before, you've heard us come before the board and the Transportation Committee asking for approval to reach an arm's length agreement with the landowner. It's much easier to do it when they're willing sellers than it is when maybe they don't want to leave. So it's a good opportunity for us to take advantage of this situation. In a positive light.
Yeah.
Let me say it that way, in a positive light.
Is there an offer of the resolution?
Yeah, I'd like to move to adopt resolution 2023 TR 43.
The resolution's been offered by Commissioner Reinert. Any discussion? Seeing none, I have, let's do a roll call vote on this one.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously. Item 3.
The committee recommends approval of a partial release of declaration of restrictions and covenants for replacement wetlands with the Rice Creek Watershed District for the intersection improvements at CASA 14, which is 125th Avenue, and Sunset Avenue in the cities of Blaine and Lino Lakes. Joe.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'm going to do my best to try and explain a very complicated process and situation in the best way I can. So in the southwest quadrant of that intersection, close to the red circle on the screen there is a county-owned property, which several years ago, we actually placed a declaration, or in essence, it's a conservation easement over it, because at the time we had created a wetland bank. And so that is the county's wetland bank. Now with that comes various restrictions. You can't infringe upon the wetland that was created. If you do, actually, you're typically not allowed to do that if it's someone else's property or it's owned by a private party. In this case, again, it is owned by Anoka County, and it's something that the county did at that time. So we do have a little more latitude in this case. Because of the proposed intersection improvements at Sunset and 14, we do need to impact a very small portion of that wetland. So that also includes not only impacting the wetland, but we have to remove a portion of that protective declaration or covenant. And so that's what this agreement is. It's a modification to that existing, I'll just say conservation easement. That's probably the easiest way to describe it. And so again, we're not unnecessarily impacting the wetland. This is for the purposes of the safety improvement at the intersection.
Is there a motion to approve the modification of easement?
Yeah, I'd like to move approval of the Declaration of Restrictions and Covenants and Wetland Replacement, C00010341 and 940149 with the Rice Creek Watershed District.
Second?
Motion by Commissioner Reinert, second by Commissioner Jepson. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Meisner,
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad,
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte,
Aye.
Commissioner Look,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously. Item 4.
The committee recommends approval to enter into a joint powers agreement with the city of Anoka for the intersection safety improvements at Casas 7th Avenue, and Buchanan Street in the city of Anoka. Joe?
Thank you, Commissioner. So the intersection that you see on the screen here, it's located just north of Highway 10 in the city of Anoka, just north of the railroad underpass there with BNSF. So as you can see on the screen in the northwest quadrant there, a Quick Trip moved in there a number of years ago. Since that time, there's been a number of traffic operational changes that we've experienced at that intersection. At the time that Quick Trip was constructed, they were required to install what you see on the screen there is a southbound County Road 7 right turn lane onto Buchanan. They were also required to make some signal modifications at that time that were incorporated with their development. So, and those are very typical when a development like this comes in. We do ask for modifications to our roadway system to accommodate those changes in traffic patterns. Additionally, there are some other changes that have happened along this corridor and adjacent to this corridor that have increased traffic patterns in certain directions at this intersection. So to address that, we've been working with the city of Anoka to come up with a plan. And essentially what that plan is on the western leg or the west side of the intersection where Buchanan ties into 7th Avenue, we are gonna actually widen a little bit to the south so that we can actually create a dedicated right turn lane and a through left lane there. So it is defined for roadway users, so there's not a kind of a guesswork there when you approach the intersection. And then that'll also incorporate some other little geometric changes through that intersection to accommodate the changes in traffic flow. So we've worked with the city. The joint powers agreement you see before you is that cost share and maintenance responsibility associated with that. And, you know, I do want to add as well, some of the additional pressure that you're seeing there is because of the Highway 10 project that's currently underway as well. There's been a number of traffic control changes on 7th Avenue. Many of them are going to be ending here soon as they complete that project. So things will go back to a new normal on 7th Avenue.
Thank you, Joe. I will move this. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gamache. Just a quick question. I see kind of some work being done out there already as of this morning. Are they kind of pushing ahead and trying to get ahead of the weather? Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, that's exactly right. They're trying to get ahead of the weather, trying to get it done this year. Sure. Because it just coincides with that Highway 10 work, less pain for the traveling public.
Okay, terrific. Okay, so we have, yes, Commissioner Mesh.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So Joe, when you said adjusting it a little bit, I noticed in taking that road every now and then, some of the issues seem to be coming out of the Buchanan Street side from the west, and then people coming from the other side, the roads don't line up, and left turns get confusing for folks. So we're taking a little bit of that southern, or it would be the southern part of Buchanan Street, moving it down to add a right turn lane. And then is it also going to adjust so that maybe they line up a little better going across?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, Commissioner, that's exactly correct. As you can see on the screen there, if you were to zoom in, you'd see that the center lane lines don't line up with each other. So like you were just describing, as you're approaching from either side, it's kind of difficult to tell, all right, am I in the left turn lane or am I in the through lane? Do they know what I'm gonna do? So we're gonna try and adjust that.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Any further comments, questions? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously.
And that concludes my Transportation Committee report.
Thank you, Commissioner Brassad. We'll move on to the Intergovernmental and Community Relations Committee report and Commissioner Reinert.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My committee met on October 24th, and all were present with the exception of Commissioner Look, who was absent. Many others were also in attendance. We had no public comment. We did discuss a lot of things, though. A lot of these things we are not acting on today, but I'll just kind of informational purposes. We discussed an update to medical examiners' fees. We also discussed Minnesota requirement of registering for lobbying, which is kind of a crazy piece of legislation we're going to try to reverse or do something with to help it, because it doesn't make sense. And then also, we did a lot of other legislative platform items for License and Passport Service Department and also the Medical Examiner's Office. We do have, though, a couple of action items that are easy today to address, and they're, let me get to it here. Okay, first one is a resolution accepting donations from patrons, and I'll just read who is donating here, and this is going to the county library. June through August, book cart, $1,680.32. Janice Green, $50. Karen and Rod Piper, $50. Catherine Carey, $100. Karen McCullough, $100. Jean Truckee, $25, and the Jeff Brown family. And I guess with that, we'll be looking for
Is there an offer of the
movement.
resolution?
I'll offer the resolution.
Resolution's been offered by Commissioner Gamache. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That resolution is adopted. Item 2.
And we have one other resolution today, also accepting donations, and this time for the Anoka County Veterans Services. We have Ham Lake Chamber of Commerce dedicating $1,000. Ham Lake Lanes, $320. Getaway Bar, $100. Bootleggers, $100. Long Siding, $100. Pine Brook, $80. And Tower Bar, $40. And I'll offer this resolution.
Resolution's been offered by Commissioner Reinert. Discussion on this. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That resolution is adopted.
And that completes my IG report.
Thank you, Commissioner Reinert. We will move on to the Parks Committee report and Commissioner Gamache.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Parks Committee met on November 7th at Rum River North County Park. It's a beautiful park up in St. Francis area. And we have 4 action items for you today. The committee recommended to the county board to award a contract to TKDA for a professional design and engineering services in the amount of $124,700 for the Bunker Beach Facility Improvements Project. That's contract number C001039. Jeff, do you want to give us an update on a little bit about that project?
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner. Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the board. My name is Jeff Perry, Park Director for Anoka County. This is in the approved 2023 county or capital improvement budget. And it's going to address some issues on the slide towers. It's going to re-gel coat the slides, repaint the framing, and do some upgrades and replacements in terms of preventative maintenance to the electrical and plumbing related issues at Bunker Beach. So the entire project cost is $500,000. This is just for the professional design and engineering services for the project, and again, it's going to prolong the structural integrity and safe function of the features at Bunker Beach Water Park.
Thanks, Jeff. And I know that a lot of us had mentioned while we were touring before the total reconstruction of Bunker Beach, some of the slides and things, and they were colors are going a little pinkish on us and not as red as they once were. So we had kind of had this in our plans for a while, and now we're moving forward with that. So I'll move that.
Okay, there's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Meiser, moved by Commissioner Gamache. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously. Item 2.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The committee recommends the county board to award a contract to Meyer Group Architecture of Minnetonka, Minnesota for a design-build contract in the amount of $1,156,924, plus reimbursables for the Bunker Hills Regional Park Pavilions project. As you all recall, we had some issues last year and had to take down a couple of the pavilions because of structural deficiencies, and this is the contract that we want to award to this group to rebuild some of those. So Jeff, you want to give us the update on the exact locations?
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner. Mr. Chair, members of the board, this is at Bunker Hills Regional Park. And as you may recall, all three of the glue laminated wooden pavilions had to be recently removed due to some structural integrity issues and wood decay. So the Meyer Group provided the best proposal to take over the design and engineering and construction management of this project. And the general location of the project is kind of on the north end of Bunker Hills Regional Park, just downhill of the Vets Memorial. I think everybody kind of knows where the Vets Memorial is, so the picnic pavilion campus is there. On the image here is pavilion number 3. That's a large group pavilion, and that'll get replaced with a sustainable steel structure. So it'll be maintenance-free with probably a minimum lifespan of 50 years. That'll be replaced at a 250-person capacity. Further to the north is Pavilion 1 that overlooks Bunker Lake, and that'll be a medium-sized pavilion, and that'll the capacity will be 100-person for that particular pavilion replacement. And again, that's going to be a complete steel structure, in-seam steel roof, maintenance-free, architecturally sound and pleasing for public use as well. The third pavilion, what we refer to as number 2, will not be replaced at this time. It's just east of pavilion number 3 here. But we did preserve the slab. We have picnic tables there, and it's in a nice shaded area and will be available for non-reserved public use. It's adjacent to the pavilion number 3, a playground, an open play area, as well as a disc golf course. So it'll still function, and we'll likely replace that number 2 in the future as well. So that's a quick overview of the project.
Thanks, Jeff. And we're going to use, the funding source is going to be state modernization funds. So that's working out well for us. We've gone to, like, as Jeff indicated, steel building, but they look great. The companies that are doing these, you know, make them just look just as good as our old wooden one did, but this one's going to last us longer and be a better structure. And I'll move that one as well.
Okay, there's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Meisner, moved by Commissioner Gamache. Any discussion on item 2? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously. Item 3.
Item 3, Mr. Chair, is the committee recommends that the county board to authorize an amendment to contract number C0009754A for Wold Architect and Engineers Design Services to increase the contract $50,200 to a total of $81,700 for the Bunker Hills Air Handler Units project. We've been kind of working on this for a while, working with the city of Andover to follow the rules and regs, and many of those have been updated since the building was constructed. And that's cost us a little bit more money to get that all in line. So Jeff, did you have anything more you wanted to add?
Mr. Chair, members of the board, this is funded through the ARPA federal funding program. And there were some additional, due to the age of the facility, this is a 50-year-old building, and it has the original air handler units. And they're becoming unserviceable, hard to find parts for repair. So definitely overdue for replacement, but with the code changes, there's a lot of additional professional engineering and duct work that needs to occur as a result of this project. So that's the reason behind an increase in the construction and the design and engineering costs as well.
And I'll move that one as well.
Okay, moved by Commissioner Gamache. Is there a second? Second. Second by Commissioner Schulte. Discussion. Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Look,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson,
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner,
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert,
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye. And that passes unanimously.
Item number 4, Mr. Chair, personally recommends the county board to authorize a resolution of support 2023 PRK 09 for Anoka County's equity grant application for an accessibility in the parks project. Jeff, do you want to give us an update on that one?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. This is an exciting opportunity for Anoka County to pursue some adaptive equipment so we can better serve the public that is in the need of some of that adaptive equipment. It's a $131,500 grant proposal, which if successful, would be financed 100% through the Metropolitan Council. And just give you an idea here, in the image, we're looking at both manual and mechanized chairs for trail use. Those can be used, as you can see, on earth surface trails and or regular bituminous trails throughout the system. We have some adaptive chairs for the beach areas. We have some adaptive kayaks, which will be exciting, and we also have some adaptive cross-country ski equipment for wheelchairs as well. So we're very excited about this project, and if successful, we would house those across the park system at Wargo Nature Center, Bunker Hills Regional Park. They would be available for free use for the public, and it will allow us to better serve the public.
Tremendous. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll offer the resolution, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there's a resolution's been offered by Commissioner Jepson. Any discussion? Commissioner Jepson.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I am so excited for this project. This has been a very quick program that has been developed over the last 10 months with a very, very passionate group of moms with children with disabilities, as well as the City of Spring Lake Park, the City of Blaine, and our own Anoka County Parks Department. Talk about innovation, Mr. Chair, that you mentioned earlier today. This is the definition of innovation, and incorporating the feedback from our community and being aware and educated on the gap that we have yet to fill, and this will do that. And it's an incredibly exciting opportunity to provide much more accommodations for those families of kiddos with some special needs and disabilities, and I'm so proud to have been part of this project. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any further comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That resolution is adopted.
And Mr. Chair, we had a number of informational items. One of them was a great report about our 2023 campground operating season. We had another very successful season in both campgrounds, so we're very happy about that. I don't know, Jeff, I don't know if you have any of the numbers off the top of your head, but if you want to give a little update as to what Andy had told us.
Yeah, certainly. Thank you, Commissioner, Mr. Chair, members of the board. We had total revenue of $563,000 between both campgrounds in 2023, which overshot our budget a little bit in terms of our revenue projections. So they were extremely popular. I think across the board, the camping industry is on the incline, and we're just fortunate to be there to best serve the residents of Anoka County, the metropolitan area, the state of Minnesota, and we get a lot of non-state visitors as well. The average site occupancy rates were north of 60%, which includes during the weekdays too. Typically, during the weekdays, we would see a decline in use, and we're starting to see an uptick on weekdays as well, which is very positive and encouraging. Weekends are sold out every weekend, so for the public that might be listening, when those reservations open the first week in January, I would highly encourage people to get out there because make the reservations. There's a lot of competition for these campgrounds and these sites. So some of the other stats and statistics as well, the electric and water sites are in very high demand. We still have a few sites that are primitive. So we're looking at bringing electric and water to all of the sites probably within the next few years, just to accommodate the public. And we now have Wi-Fi for availability at the campgrounds, and we truly are very proud of our campgrounds. They're, even though you're in a metropolitan area, it feels like, you know, you're in more of a up north type settings. We have nice buffers between the sites, and we're just pleased that we had a great campground season. We're looking forward to 2024.
Thanks, Jeff. And we had one other discussion, just to bring it to the attention of the board. We have a pavilion number 6 at Lake George Regional Park, which is kind of pushed back away from the lake. It doesn't get as much use. It's a larger pavilion. It is in need of some repairs. And so we began the discussion to talk about whether or not we wanted to actually repair that one because of the fact that it doesn't get a lot of use because it's farther away from the lake. Most of the people that want to use pavilions at Lake George want to be close to the lake. So we're kind of looking at that as perhaps another opportunity for some other use of that land that might fit a little bit better. And that concludes my report, Mr. Chair, but I think Commissioner Reinert had a question.
Commissioner Reiner.
Well, not a question, just a comment, though. Actually, kind of a good idea. There was maybe about a month ago or so, a friend of mine that known for a long time. He was a college roommate, actually, so a very long time. Told me that with the campgrounds and this working from home, that 1 week out of every month in the summer now, he takes his camper, which is a large one, and parks it out in our campgrounds and works from the campgrounds. So, and like you said, with the Wi-Fi and everything that we have now, very accommodating and probably very enjoyable for him and his wife. So throw it out there as an idea to maybe create some more competition for next summer.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that comment. Thank you, Commissioner Gamache, for that report. And we will go on now to the Public Safety Report, and Commissioner Brasted.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Our Public Safety Committee met on November 14th. There was no public comment, but we have quite a few action items. The first is the committee recommends approval and execution of Amendment Number 1 to the Memorandum of Understanding between the Anoka County Joint Law Enforcement Council and the County of Anoka. This MOU was originally entered into back in September of 2015. Excuse me, and it just lays out the responsibilities for delivery of support services concerning the location, the accessibility, the maintenance, and operation of the public safety data system. So based on some things that changed over the last 8 years, this was updated.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the Amendment Number 1 of the Memorandum of Understanding with the Anoka County Joint Law Enforcement Council?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Moved by Commissioner Schulte. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gamache. Discussion. Commissioner Meisner.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah, so I'm glad that this was revisited and re-examined for the reasons that you stated, Commissioner Brasted. And then I want to say that the process too with this, like the Joint Law Enforcement Council, it was a unanimous vote to put this forward and approve it.
It was.
Excellent. Yes. Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted that confirmation. Thank you.
Okay. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
Commissioner Brasted.
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye. And that passes unanimously. Item 2.
The committee recommends approval and execution of a contract with the State Homeland Security Program grant between the State of Minnesota Department of Public Safety and the Anoka County Emergency Management, effective January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2024, in the amount of $25,000. This will be used for equipment and training for our County Emergency Management Department.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Meisner. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Jepson. Discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously. Item 3.
The committee recommends approval and execution of the Urban Area Security Initiative grant between the State of Minnesota Department of Public Safety and Anoka County Emergency Management effective January 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025 in the amount of $249,750. And what this program assists is in building an enhanced and sustainable capability to prevent, protect against, mitigate, respond to, and recover from acts of terrorism. So we are happy to be able to utilize these funds.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Schulte.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Jepson. Discussion. Hopefully we don't need it, but
But
it's
we're
good to have it in
prepared.
place. Yeah, good to be prepared. No further discussion. Roll call vote.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
That passes unanimously.
Item number 4 contains 4 of our law enforcement contracts for a term of January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2024. They are A, City of East Bethel, in the amount of $1,441,913. Next, City of Bethel, in the amount of $58,077. Next, City of Columbus in the amount of $482,426. And lastly, City of Ham Lake in the amount of $1,443,694.
Okay, so we're going to take these independently here on a roll call vote, and we'll start off with A, City of East Bethel for $1,441,913. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Brassad. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Jepson. Discussion. For full disclosure, I will be abstaining from this, and the rest of them I will be opposing, as I always do. But I will explain later on in the meeting for the abstention. So without any further discussion, roll call vote.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Abstain.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously. Is there a motion to approve B, City of Bethel? With one abstention. I'm sorry, I said unanimously, didn't I? That passed almost unanimously with one abstention. Thank you for that correction. For B is City of Bethel, $58,077. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Brassad.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Jepson. Discussion on item B. Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Opposed?
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
And that passes with one in opposition. Item C, City of Columbus for $482,426. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Moved by Commissioner Reinert.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gamache. Discussion. Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Opposed?
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
And that passes with one in opposition. And item D, City of Ham Lake for $1,443,694. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Brassad.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gamache. Discussion. Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Look.
Opposed?
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
And that passes with one in opposition. Item 5.
The committee recommends approval and execution of a contract stating the fiscal agent agreement for the North Central High Intensity Drug Trafficking Area and members of the Violent Crime Enforcement Team for a term of January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2027. This is not new to us, but what's new in this agreement is that the federal government is now requiring a fiscal agent. And so the county agrees to act as the fiscal agent to distribute to the cities that are involved with these grant funds.
I'll move approval.
Okay, there's a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gamache, moved by Commissioner Schulte. Discussion on 5. Commissioner Meisner.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah, just out of curiosity, and I can get the information after the fact, but the city partners, I'm just curious what cities in Anoka County then are involved in this program, but I don't think it's on here.
Do we want to disclose that?
We have Chief Deputy Jacobson with us here this morning.
Morning, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. My name is Bill Jacobson. I serve as the Chief Deputy for the Anoka County Sheriff's Office. Commissioner, your question is which cities participate?
Yeah, because, you know, the background information is just, you know, pretty vague. It says with county and city partners. So I was just curious, like, what cities are participating? I assume that that's a voluntary thing as well, so cities who want to participate can, and I was just out of curiosity, how many cities are participating? Yeah.
Mr. Chair, Commissioner, we do have cities both in Anoka County and Hennepin County that participate in this task force. I want to be accurate, so I'll have to follow up with you regarding the list of which cities are in and which cities are out. But that is a matter of public record, who's in and who's out, and how and in what way they participate with the task force.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. Okay, is there a motion and a second on this one?
I think so.
We have that.
Yes.
Yep, we have it, yep.
Sorry, following the discussion here. If there's no further discussion, then roll call vote.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson,
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner,
Aye.
Commissioner Brasted,
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte,
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye, and that passes unanimously. Item 6.
The committee recommends approval and execution of a contract for purchase of service agreement between Anoka County and TW Vending, Inc., doing business as Turnkey Corrections for a term of January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2026. And so this is going to replace our current jail commissary system that we have in place. They went out for a RFP, and it was decided that Turnkey Corrections would be the best fit.
Is there a motion to approve the contract?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Gamache, second by Commissioner Schulte. Discussion. Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Jepson,
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner,
Aye.
Commissioner Brasted,
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte,
Aye.
Commissioner Look,
Aye,
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
that passes unanimously. Item 7.
The committee recommends approval and execution of a contract, the 2023 Law Enforcement Mental Health and Wellness Act Implementation Projects Grant between the U.S. Department of Justice, Office of Community-Oriented Policing Services, and Anoka County for a term of October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2025, in the amount of $182,193. This is a new initiative started by the sheriff, and this will enhance the mental health and wellness to our deputies, civilian staff, and their families. So excited to see some more going into mental health, especially in our law enforcement. I'm happy to move that.
Okay, that's moved by Commissioner Brasted. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Meisner. Discussion.
Chief Deputy, did you want to comment on this new initiative?
Mr. Chair, Commissioner, thank you. So this recommendation came out of our newly established Wellness Committee, which is a committee that was put together, represents all the divisions of our office. At the direction of the sheriff, this committee pulls forward things that they believe can help enhance the overall wellness of our team. And this grant is a federal grant, a highly competitive grant that we were overjoyed to receive and to be awarded, and we appreciate the board's support in moving forward these types of initiatives. These funds will be used for a wide range of wellness initiatives throughout the office that will be sort of directed and managed by the Wellness Committee.
Thank you.
Thank you for that description. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Meisner,
Aye.
Commissioner Brasted,
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte,
Aye.
Commissioner Look,
Aye,
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously. Item 8.
The committee recommends approval of sheriff's request for $200,000 of the one-time public safety aid funds to be used to pay for Sigma tactical wellness testing. And this is something brand new, but I think we'll turn to the chief deputy to educate us about this a little bit. I think it's really interesting and much needed.
Mr. Chair, Commissioner, thank you. Sigma Tactical Wellness is a contractor that comes in, and their design is to provide advanced cardiac testing for law enforcement. In this case, this testing would be offered initially to our uniformed staff, both in the jail and our sworn staff. And that testing includes imaging, advanced sort of cardiac blood work, and follow-up with a nutritionist and doctors. And it has, in the past, been successful at identifying employees who are at high risk for heart attack or heart cardiac events. And what they would do is they would come to our campus and they would test all of our uniformed staff for these cardiac markers. And in their studies and in studies sort of broadly in the science, law enforcement and public safety in general are at drastically higher risks for cardiac events. That's part of the stress and the shift work and the things that face us as we work in these jobs. And their goal would be to come in and let us know where we're at, establish a baseline, and in time, potentially down the road, provide long-term care and guidance for our team. This amount would cover testing for all of our uniformed staff. It would not be mandatory, so the expectation would be that our estimation, given past events, is about 70% of our staff would participate. Any funds above and beyond that are left over, we would use to test support staff and other staff in other areas of the office. It's proven to be phenomenally effective at identifying heart risk and has been successful at changing, helping organizations change their overall physical wellness.
Sounds like a great program. Yep, absolutely. Is there a motion to approve this?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Gamache, second by Commissioner Breasted. Okay. Discussion? Yes, Commissioner Gamache.
And maybe this is out of line, I'm not exactly sure, but I know that we have 12-hour shifts, I believe is usually the thing, and you mentioned the shift and the stress of the shifts, just the normal business of a sheriff's deputy. If someone's having that issue, are we able to modify shifts for some that might not fit for them, or I guess I'm kind of wondering, that is the norm as a 12-hour shift. What do we do if there's someone with issues?
Mr. Chair, Commissioner, yes, our shifts are bid on a seniority basis primarily. We have in the past have had those times where we have to consider reasonable accommodations under ADA for folks that maybe have certain struggles, or they could be assigned to a light duty assignment, a non-uniform assignment. We're fortunate enough to have a number of non-uniform day assignments as well. A lot of times those are bid by seniority or an application process, but there are times if we do have employees who are struggling physical or cardiac health that they can be moved sort of a light duty assignment. So that's normally our first goal is to work it that way. But as you pointed out, Mr. Commissioner, the 12-hour shifts, the night work I did for a very long time, it's intrinsic to the work we do. It's intrinsic to keeping our community safe. And unfortunately, it's the side effects of that can be significant, but I'm proud of our team that takes those on and does the best they can. So
Thank you for the information. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, we have a motion and second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson.
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously. Item 9.
The committee recommends adoption of Resolution 2023-PS12, accepting dedicated donation from the Blaine Police Explorer Post 939. This is going to the Sheriff's Office Explorer Unit for the assistance they provided at the 3M Open. And I'll offer that resolution.
Resolution's been offered by Commissioner Brassad. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That resolution is adopted. Item 10.
And last but not least, the committee recommends adoption of Resolution 2023-PS13, accepting dedicated donation from Bill Super Red, Dahlheimer Beverage, and Black Rifle Coffee. This is in the amount of $3,300, and this will be used by the Sheriff's Office for training, development, and recruitment of new law enforcement officers.
Okay, well, we want to thank those that have donated, and is there an offer of the resolution?
I'll offer it.
Resolution's been offered by Commissioner Schulte. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That resolution is adopted.
And that completes my public safety report.
Thank you, Commissioner Brassad. That was a long one.
That was.
Thank you for that. That concludes our committee reports. We will move on to item number 9, which is considering approving contract C0010429 for services with SFM Risk Solution for Workers' Compensation Third-Party Administration Service for a one-year fee of $46,781 starting January 1, 2024, with the option to renew 4 additional one-year periods for the same annual fee as recommended by the responsible commissioner for insurance. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Gamache. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Schulte. Discussion?
Sure.
Commissioner Schulte.
I just want to shout out to Bill Keller, who's in charge of this, procuring these insurance policies and making sure, or contracts, making sure that we're in the right place when it comes to insurance. It does make my job as the commissioner responsible for insurance much easier to have somebody competent like Bill doing that job.
Thank you, Bill, for doing that. We appreciate it. So there's a motion and second on this contract, and if no further discussion, roll call vote.
Commissioner Reinert,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte,
Aye.
Commissioner Look,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson,
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner,
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously. We'll move on to 10, which is consider approving employment agreement contract with Tanya West Hafner and appointing Tanya as the Assistant Director, Community and Government Relations effective December 8th, 2023. Is there a motion to appoint?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Jepson, second by Commissioner Gamache. Discussion.
Mr. Chair, Commissioners, my name is Karen Skepper. I'm the Director of Community and Government Relations. This is a new position that was approved a year ago in our budget. It took us a long time to find the right person, but I fully believe that Tanya West Hafner is the right person for this job. Tanya started her career here at Anoka County. She worked in the Community Development Department, created the Home Investment Partnership Program, and then just before I started here, she left for Hennepin County. When we posted this position, she contacted me and said she was very interested in coming back. She applied, she was interviewed, and hands down, she's by far the best candidate. We're bringing into the county someone with direct experience with the federal programs, something that is really, really challenging to do. She also has some experience working with the Housing and Redevelopment Authorities, as Hennepin County created one about 15 years ago, and she's done some tasks for that department. So she brings with us a wealth of knowledge, and I think she'll be a great addition to the team.
Excellent. Okay. Any further discussion on this one? Roll call vote.
Commissioner Schulte,
Aye.
Commissioner Look,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson,
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner,
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad,
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert.
Aye.
That passes unanimously. We'll move on to item 8, which is committee appointments, and we'll consider appointing Jason Lund, who we believe can fairly represent all hydrologic areas within the district, to the Coon Creek Watershed District Board of Managers, replacing Patrick Parker. I want to thank you for his service for a term ending May 27, 2025. Is there a motion to appoint?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Brassad.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gamache. Discussion? Seeing none, I will do a roll call vote on this.
Commissioner Look,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Jepson,
Aye.
Commissioner Meisner,
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad,
Aye.
Commissioner Reinert,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
And that appointment passes unanimously. And that almost brings us to the end of our board meeting, but there will be 2 items under personal privilege, and I will turn first to Commissioner Jepson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah, just a last-minute request to make a sad announcement. Yesterday evening around dinner time, we lost a pillar in our community of Earl Hatton. He was an integral member of the founding Garage Boys for Medtronic. He was employee number 8. And he was very, very much involved in the Fridley community with his impact on the world through medical devices, but also in his impact on Anoka County specifically. He won numerous awards for his volunteerism, giving of his time, talents, and treasures to this community, leaving his footprint on me and my family specifically, the St. Philip's Lutheran Church specifically, as well as the many number of people in the nonprofit community who he touched. He was the definition of a public servant and a servant leader, humbly giving his time to those who needed it the most. And I know, and I strive to achieve, and I hope all of us do strive to achieve, hearing the words that he heard last night. Good job, good and faithful servant. So thank you, Earl, and his family for the years of service that he gave, one of which I know is super impactful and generations of Medtronic employees will remember. He was committed for decades of reading the Christmas story to Medtronic employees and their families, literally for decades in the atrium of the Medtronic building. Such a memory that he will obviously will long live past his life on this world. Thank you.
Thank you for that kind remembrance. There's been quite a bit of buzz out there recently, especially in the newspapers. They've been writing articles as feverishly as they can. So I wanted to address some of that here today at the end of this board meeting. I wanted to start out by saying that the past 13 years have been amazing, challenging, rewarding, and successful. And perhaps I should have gone first before Commissioner Jepson so as not to get emotional about this. I've had quite a bit of thought that's gone into what post-commissioner work might look like. And after 17 years of elected public service, that's 4 years with the City of Ramsey and 13 years with Anoka County, I've made the decision to move on to the role of administrator. East Bethel engaged me in a conversation that they would be potentially interested, and we began discussions that ultimately led to a council vote last night to appoint me as their new administrator. Winding down will take shape toward the end of February. There's some committees that I serve on, especially through NACO, that takes place kind of the beginning to middle of February, so I want to be respectful to those committees as well. And I believe it's a time for a fresh set of eyes and new ideas to come to District 1. It's been an absolute honor and a sincere privilege to represent District 1 and to work with the amazing staff at Anoka County and to serve the constituents of Anoka County. To the staff, there's nobody better. To the constituents, thank you for believing in me, for your support in all the elections and trust that I would follow through on the goals and objectives for this role. Whether it was infrastructure investments such as Highway 10, cutting taxes, or ideas that have been implemented to reduce budgets, drastically reducing the debt, or investing in critical infrastructure that would make us more efficient, all this has positioned Anoka County for a bright and prosperous future. To my fellow commissioners, thank you for the work that we have collectively managed to get done. It's been an honor and it's been quite a ride. But while this path may lead me into retirement, I can't say that it will. It may. I will always leave the door open for running for office again. The ability to serve fellow constituents is truly an honor. So thank you for that. And that will conclude our board meeting today. Thank you very much.